All right, guys. So now we got through the gatekeeper, we got to the business owner, we've built up a little bit of rapport with that business owner, and now we're at the point where we're gonna, really get this thing going. We got to start building up value for our solution. So how are we going to build value for our solution? Well, we're going to start by asking questions that lead to yes. So we're trying to get the business owner to start saying yes, 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 right? And we're also trying to qualify them, as a buyer in the meantime. So, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to start by saying something like, so, John, you would switch your processor if we could eliminate all your fees, right? And it's like, well, yeah, if you could eliminate all my fees in a hypothetical situation or whatever they're going to say back, then yeah, I would do that. Okay, great. So you'd be open to learning more if I could send you a free email about, all those fees going away, right? And he's like, yeah, man, I would do that. So now you're starting to build a little bit of traction. And then you come in for something like, John, the reason I ask is we have a program that we're making available for just 5 auto body shops that are processing over $20,000 per month in the Boston area. This program eliminates all the fees associated with processing. So, would you have a minute to discuss something like that? Yeah, I would have a minute to discuss something like that. Okay, awesome. And then you just kind of go into the email, you're building a little bit more value, right? Great. So I don't really have a lot of time today, but let's discuss that tomorrow. Well, how about, 10 o'clock or 4 o'clock if they've been completely agreeable, right? That's how we can do this, right? So there's kind of a high risk way to do this and a low risk way. We're going to go over the higher risk way later. This is kind of the lower risk way. We're also going to go through, different objections that you might get, you know, kind of the email close, which I call the chicken close, versus the higher risk close, which is like the cojones close, as I call it, right? So we have a couple different closes that we use, but this is the gist of things. We want to ask yes questions that lead to the primary question, which is, you know, and you'll notice within that question, we're adding in a little bit of exclusivity. It's only 5 auto body shops. They have to be processing over $20,000 per month, showing that they're a qualified buyer. And so if they come back and say, well, I only process $8,000 per month, is it really even worth a free terminal if you're going to do a free terminal, right? If they want to pay $500 for the terminal, great. If they want to do a 4% cash discount, cool. It could be worth your time. But unless they're on that top tier, it's probably not going to be worth your time. So let's make sure that we're, only speaking to qualified prospects, no looky loos or tire kickers. If they really want the appointment, then we can do it. Set that appointment for the next day. Always suggest 2 times. I can do 10 a.m. or 4 p.m. tomorrow. What time works better for you? Great. Okay, awesome. I'll see you then. It was such a pleasure to meet you. I look forward to our meeting tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to be sending over an email this evening with a little bit more information on our product. I hope you read through that quickly. And by the way, this is going to set you up for tomorrow. Oh, so you read through that email, right? And 90% of the time, guess what they did not do? They did not read the email. So what does that do? That puts you in the position of power. That makes you the position of authority because you sent them this information. Now they've kind of feel like they've almost broken rapport with you. They haven't. You're still trying to sell them something at the end of the day. Although you're the business owner, you're not coming in like that. You're coming in with your chest up, your posture's right, everything is right. But, you're putting yourself in that position of power with that email. So that's just another quick tip we'll throw in there, and I'll see you on the next module.